Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the Michigan State Spartans will have some work to do after that short return. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And down he goes back at the 3.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
And the Spartans decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So the Florida Gators offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win a football.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Dash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little... And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner will be knocked down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. The Gators headed quickly to the line. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Give him 6. Touchdown, Florida. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. The Spartans line up to punt it away. Running it back, it's Abrams. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm.
And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The toss sweep to the right. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Fast motion from the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And the Gators want to crank the tempo.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Wide receiver shows motion. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
He'll try the left side. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown Gators! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up by 21 over the Pandas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Makes the grab over the middle. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Johnson. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Mark. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
Now the play fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up.
3rd down coming up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Off the play fake on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Comes out throwing on first down. Connection to the right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Florida.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's the handoff. Keeps the legs moving. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it down the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Off play action on first down. Trying to get to him. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. The play action fake. Going for it all. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a first down for the offense.
In the red area, it's Daniels. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's third down. They're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. The run to the left. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this team tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Still on his feet at the 35. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly and got the big first down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Gators want to move quickly. They're getting this guy lathered up. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Run in the red zone. It's Daniels. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Gators are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Offense set on first down. They're going to ride this running back. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been
got a lot of running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll run it out of the shotgun. get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
The Spartans will line up to punt it away. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Wide out in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Here we go with the run on 4th down. Running through contact. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Gators will hustle to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Gators! And the stomping has commenced. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus They haven't done anything right today.
On the move, he fires. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that.
And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Florida. And the route is on. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Finally, now the fans can get a little bit excited. This offense hasn't done anything. 0 points in the game. It finally completes the big pass down the field, makes the big game.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this two.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, and the defense comes up with the sack. And this is the day, this is honestly not what we expected. We expected this to be a high-flying offense. You know, this trigger man is usually really, really on top of things. This is a day he would love to forget.
Okay, ready? And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on.
And the ball is free on the pitch. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has it there going the other way. Inside the 40. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown Gators. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up 14 over Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's going up top here late in the game. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Takes it the other way. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Gators are in the hurry up. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
Michigan State 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of